Hi and welcome to another tutorial. We're going to look at creating a thick rubbery sawtooth kind of bass, sometimes called an acid bass line, and it's going to be in Spire. So let's hear that in a mix context now. So let's start with an init patch. I'm going to take some of these plugins off, but the only plugin that's really affecting the sound is the Kickstart plugin, which is a sidechain plugin. This is a sound you start with when you open up Spire and you click on Init. The first thing we're going to do is set it to monophonic playing. Add in some glide. We're going to bring up some noise. To access the filter in the noise oscillator, you need to turn off the key button. We can now tune the noise with the filter, taking some of the low end out. So to get this rubbery sound, we're going to be using the phaser. That's what really brings in this effect. Why exactly, I'm not 100% sure. I just know it does it. Some other phasers and some other synths do as well. But what you really need are rate controls that go down to 0 so you can have the frequency amount fixed, and a spread control that goes down to 0 so you can have mono signal. So we'll take the spread down and tune the frequency to find exactly what we're looking for. So you should start to hear that rubbery sound now. I'll turn on the X comp, which will really beef up the sound again. Now if we add more stages, we take it up to 5 and 6. You can hear it get more and more pronounced. So right about in the middle there is quite interesting as well. I'm going to leave it here for now. I'm just going to do a little bit of EQ as well. Okay, so for the next stage, we want to add in distortion. But we want the distortion to come after the phaser effect. That's what this pre button here is for. I'm going to use the feedback sine wave to really enhance this rubbery sound now. So you can really hear all the rich tones you can get using this combination. It's really impressive. So let's just have a listen to our effect so far. So that's sounding pretty cool. There's a few more things we can do to really make this sound come alive. What I'm going to do now is add in a filter. I like the Scorpio sound. Let's just remove this envelope modulation here. So this part is all about preference. You can set this to whatever you want. I'm going to make the mod wheel control the filter using the mod matrix. So it's all about your own taste here. So another thing I want to do is whenever I release a key, I want a huge reverb swell. The way to do that is to suppress the reverb while the key is being held down and allow it to gradually fade in once you let go of the key. So to do that, I'm going to use an envelope. While I'm holding the key down, the envelope is at maximum value, and it's going to be routed to bring down the mix control of the reverb effect, so that while it's held down, the reverb is in effect suppressed. Now the release control is crucial here. This is going to control how the reverb starts to fade back into the signal. The shape also will have an effect here. So right about now you're saying there's something weird here, and I think it's actually the kick is out of tune with the bass line, but for now, just listen to it without the kick again. So that's sounding pretty cool now. From here, what you do with it is really down to you. You can change the way the distortion is affecting it, change EQ settings. But I do want to point out one more thing before we wrap up, and that's how pitch sounds once you've got this effect going. Pitch changes sound really interesting. Take a listen. So that's cool. This kind of effect is really accentuated by pitch changes, so take advantage of that. Use the LFOs to modulate pitch. You can even automate the LFO in and out so that it's only affecting one bar here or there. So that's almost like a stretchy vocal quality. Very neat. So that wraps this video up. What I'm going to do though is try and show you next video how to get this effect without a phaser at all. There are certain other ways that I know of, and I'll see if I can find out any more between now and then. Now I'm going to leave you with a clip from my Altitude sound bank for Spire, and I'm going to post the link below the description in case you wanted to check it out. Thank you for watching, and take care.
didn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the 10-house gate. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears.